Hey everybody, what's going on? Regular live stream about to get started. Zablook, how's it going? Yeah, Mrs. Podcast just got home and we have a beagle who has a hurt foot right now. So she is getting a little extra special treatment today. So just had to make sure that everything was all set for Mrs. Podcast upstairs, but we are about to get started this week on the march to the Officers Club. So Zablook, thank you. Oh, her name is Luna. 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 So she's doing okay. She just got a bad foot right now, so she's still eating like a little piglet though, so there's worse things in life. Before I get everything started over on the regular side, well, I guess as I get things set up here in the background, just want to say thank you to everybody who's listening to the podcast. We've seen, and also going to the website and talking about the website on Sartistic, what's going on. Thank you to everybody who's talking about the website on the Discord channel or talking about on the subreddit for cards. So if you're not on the subreddit, I really recommend getting over there. Um, that's where a lot of our information goes once we get it up there, and it's just a good little community that's getting started up there for the game. And actually, over the weekend, Zabluk, who is pretty instrumental in the formation of the subreddit, asked me if I'd be a moderator over there. So I said yes. So if you want to interact with myself or the podcast in any way, shape, or form, the subreddit's a great way to do that. There's a link down below for that. So thank you to Zabluk. Thank you to the team over there for asking me to become a part of that community. Very honored, and I will do so. And then also thanks to the latest followers that have joined the Dwight Army of Champions. We have 33 Spitfire DB underscore. I think it's Broly, but I didn't really see what it was. And then Moisund, or is it Moisund? Might be French, don't know. But thank you for joining the Dwight Army of Champions. And then thank you to KJ Itil Moy, or Moi. And there was another patron who just signed up. I think it's on the screen right now. It's looks like a Asian language symbol, which I didn't know what it was, but then I kind of looked it up as best I could, and I think it means leaf. So thank you for your support on Patreon. The Patreon's doing pretty well, but we always need help with hosting costs and video and equipment and all that kind of stuff. So thank you all to all of our patrons who do support us, and if you do like our content, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Podcast comes out every Friday, and we live stream every Monday. During the week is either editing for podcast or the What I'm Playing Deck Tech series that we've been doing lately. So let's get to our pack, and then we'll get to some playing. Working on a deck that I'm calling Dark Commandos, which is a British German setup right now. Let's see what we get in our pack here. Yeah, some standard cards, which we have all of our play sets of, which is fine. We'll definitely take the resources because we're building up in a 105 5mm 1918 artillery, which I think we have our play set of. So we're up to 51. Gonna keep an eye on that resource number tonight because I have a deck that maybe we'll play later on called Red Skies, which is kind of a Japanese Soviet control. And what that deck really needs is one more Dyna, the newer fighter plane for the Japanese that says your orders have +1 damage. But right now, let me just hit the profile here and show you the progress. We're very close to finishing up with Britain for the hunt for the Officers Club. So I I know a lot of our friends and a lot of people we interact with in the community are already in the Officers Club. Uh, I just don't have the time really to grind out the number of games that it takes to get in the Officers Club super early. Um, but it's once a month and it's only the 8th and I'm right on the brink, so I think that's pretty good. But working on that, so we'll play some Dark Commandos here, see how we do. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We opened our pack already. Hopefully we'll win a couple more packs. And first player up here is Elenium. So good luck to Elenium. Hand here looks pretty good. Blockade's actually kind of like a hidden gem in this deck. Because of the second line of text on it, double the cost of a random card in an enemy's hand. We're going to hold on to this. The Crusader makes it so we can use it. What this deck really needs in the opening hand, and I don't know, I might do a deck tech series on this one. I haven't really decided yet what's going to get this week. But what you really want to see is either plays on 1, 2, 3, or you want to see a card draw engine in your hand. So that can either be Crusader by himself, and then eventually he turns into a card draw engine, or an Enigma, or something like that. And right on cue. So if you do want to see the deck list for this one, just put in exclamation point deck. That'll give you the... We're going to play our Crusader here. Hopefully we can dodge some removal. If we don't, we have backup with the Enigma. If we didn't have the Enigma, I would probably just pass the turn there. So if you want to see the deck list, exclamation point deck. If you want to see, if you miss any of the cards in the game and want to check them out, oh wow, okay. We're looking really good here. We're going to go Naval Power on the 980 Volks Grenadiers. Pick up a great one, and we're actually going to move our 5th Brigade up to the front line because 5th Brigade is pretty tough, and there's so much bounce in this deck that it's really going to be tough to get one through it. And you can see that our Enigma is really set up nicely right now. So if you want to just check out a card or something like that, all you got to do is type it in one word into the chat, and it should show up on the in the chat box itself. I'll kill off the chat box because there's just too many things going on sometimes on the screen itself. So, oh boy, lots of options here. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to keep the hand pressure on. Naval Power again on the Volks Grenadier. Get a Commandos, that's great. We're actually going to forego the point of damage to get the Commandos on the field. Pass the turn. And we make them discard a Junker or a Stuka right there. So Eagle's Claws hurts. Sure, Eagle's Claws hurts, but not the end of the world. We have tons of options in hand. We have good cards on the battlefield, so we'll just get a Spitfire out there and start putting some pressure on. And we have the Enigma backup. That's the big thing, is we have backup for what we're trying to do. Next turn, if they play a unit here, we're just going to go Lightning, put that back in their hand, and that's fine. All that is fine. Even better, we'll go Panzer and put one of these back in their hand and get a 5/5 tank onto the battlefield. Pass turn back. So now we got our Lightning. We got 2 of these blockades, which are really good at stranding stuff in hand. For the king. Good play. But we pick up another one, which is pretty brutal. So I think what we're going to do here is just another Panzer. Put the Churchill back in their hand. Hit them for 6 with our Spitfire. Pass turn back. So we have good hand control right now, which is actually kind of a different way of playing the game. We haven't seen well, we know they're playing the Germans, and we get past a lot of German removal orders right now. So, and just if anybody's having trouble hearing me, levels are off or anything like that, just speak up in the chat and we'll take care of it. So that Churchill's pretty good. Not scary though, because we got our lightning in hand. And if we ever run out of gas, we got the Enigma waiting. So another Volksgrenadier is fine. So we're going to go lightning, put the Churchill back, get in with the Spitfire, and then move our Panzer up to the, or Panzer 4 up to the front line. We got lots of good stuff. Still waiting. I know if they play the Churchill again, it looks like it could be trouble, but we have a Desert Rats to get in there, and then we're going to hit the Churchill with the Panzer, and then we can do 9. So looking pretty good right now, feeling pretty good. We got Elenium in a tough spot here. And they have lots of options in their hand, I'm sure, but it's not doing them much good. Our 5th Brigade protects the Panzer. And let's see if they have anything that can deal with any of our threats. They do not. So, let's see. How are we going to do this? Let's do a Desert Rats on the Churchill. Then blasted the Churchill with our Panzer. And we still have 7 left. So, let's get a couple of attacks in. And actually, we're going to use a blockade here. We won't see if this makes a big difference or not, but we're going to use the blockade, and now something in their hand has doubled in cost, and hopefully it's the Churchill or something they really, really need to get out of this spot. So we lose our Panzer to their attack. And they have a whole grip full and 9 credits to use still, so, and they surrender. So didn't have a guard unit, so we have to think that the blockade hit the Churchill in their hand, or they just got tired of playing us. Plus, even if we had come up short there and they did get the Churchill back down, we could play Cup of Tea into maybe a fortification, and then still have enough, because we are up to 11, still have enough left to play an Enigma, and most of the time we'll find another naval power or something like that to clear the path for the planes to get in. So good win. Need one more win to get up to Field Marshal in Britain, and then I think we're going to switch it over to the Soviets, because we're about halfway with the Soviets right now, and we'll see how we do there. So welcome to the stream for those who are just checking in. Lesser Evil, Lesser Evil, good player. So we might get knocked back down here. We'll see what happens. Enigma's a good one to have. They're playing the Soviets, so hopefully not discard. Alright, not very good pulls for us on those 2 that we threw back. Maybe should have thrown the commandos back too. Well, 5th Brigade's a good one to peel off the top. We'll definitely take that. So we'll get the 5th Brigade out there. So they're playing Soviet USA, so we gotta think probably either infantry or artillery. Those would be my 2 guesses by seeing the HQ in one unit. So, Lesser Evil, get some thinking done. Alright, they pass the turn. Well, interesting decision there. Alright, well, I don't want to run into an enemy spotted. So I'm going to drop my commandos. And we don't really need... You know what? We could go Enigma next turn then, so let's do it. Alright. So, no harm, no foul, really, for us there. A couple of fortifications are okay. Well, now they go out the window. We would have lost those commandos anyway. Alright. That's fine. Looks like they're going to turtle up a little bit too. So, let's see. Let's do a cup of tea and a fortification. Even though it doesn't do much now, it's setting up our Enigma for next turn, hopefully. Hopefully they don't play too many other cards this turn, because then it could be, let's see, we'd be down to, depending on what we draw, hopefully we draw something nice and cheap. We'd love to see a Desert Rats right here. Okay, a Blockade's also good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand for them. So right now our Enigma is a draw 3. Well, we're going to use our Blockade on the Artillery, which is actually another nice function of the Blockade. It really picks off important 1 defense stuff. Alright, so big boy tank, that's trouble. But we're up to 6. So we can double order here, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so that'll get us down to 2. So this will be a draw 4 Enigma. We're going to hold on to Fortification for the moment. We'll play another 5th Brigade, and then we'll play our Enigma. Maybe we can get a Desert Rats off of this. There we go. Now, even though they get to draw another one here, I want to pin the 85, because it's actually more important that we pin that for the time being, because we can do other stuff to it later. Right now we don't have any real threats in our hand. We're just kind of trying to buy time for the moment. So, okay, an Atlantic Convoy helps. What we really want to see is a Crusader here. So let's draw a couple, see if we can find one. Alright, didn't find one. But the Lightnings are really good against the tanks. So let's do this. Let's do... And then we'll Blockade on the 84th Infantry. I think they're the 84th, right? Is that right? Yep, 84th Infantry Regiment. And then we doubled another card in their hand. The tanks can take out our 5th Brigades, but we have another one in hand. And hopefully hopefully Lesser Evil chews up most of this turn by moving those tanks, or attacking and then moving those tanks. Okay, a Night Raid is interesting. Okay, so we have 8 resources, or 8 credits to work with here. So let's do a we're going to do a Lightning on the T-85 in the back, and then I think we're going to I don't really want to do an Atlantic Convoy. I think we're going to do a 5th Brigade here. The 5th Brigade is kind of a sacrificial fodder right here, but we did get them to discard a From the People, which helps out a lot. Okay, those do not help out a lot though. Doubling up on the missile artillery is trouble. So, okay, alright, so we're up to 9. Let's see. Well, first thing we gotta do, I think, is a Night Raid here. Okay, and then we're gonna send the big boy tank back to their hand, which they do get to draw off of, but then they'll discard a card again. And we did get one of the artillery, so... And we got an 84th Regiment. So even though they're drawing cards off of those... oh, jeez, another bloody sickle. Even though they're drawing cards off of those T-34s, they're actually not getting ahead on cards, because we've made them discard every time they've picked up a card on those as well. So, you know, we're working here. We're probably going to almost play through our entire deck. And right now we haven't really gotten a very good card advantage yet, which is a pain, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Alright, so we got options here. I kind of want to take out the... is it Katyusha? Katyusha? But the T-34 is actually the bigger threat, so we're going to send that back to their hand. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the Atlantic Convoy, see what we get out of it. Okay, great. We picked up a great one there with the Wildcat. So what I imagine is going to happen next turn is the Katyusha goes after the Wildcat. We cross our fingers. And then we're going to have to fend everybody else off with this Panzer, excuse me. So next turn, hopefully they play out. Okay, T-34 comes down again. We're going to pitch that back to their hand. From the people, that's trouble. That hurts a little bit. Because now the Katyusha goes after the Panzer. Okay, and then they'll probably trade off with the fighter. Yep. Alright, so we're in a tight spot here. We do have stuff that can bail us out, though. We do have plenty of options to bail us out. So Panzer, put the T-34 back in their hand. Then we're going to shoot down the plane. That might be a mistake, because the Katyusha might be the one to take out there, but we're going to roll the dice a touch. I want to put the Dauntless out. Alright, let's put the Dauntless out, which it doesn't have smokescreen anymore, which hurts it, but the Katyusha can only do 2 maximum to it because it does have heavy armor. So then we can get a bombing run in with the Dauntless, and then we'll probably trade up the Dauntless with the Ural factories that we copied off. The good part about this deck, too, is that it really uses 4 factions. Most decks can only use 2, depending on who your opponent is. You're using German, USA, and for the most part, Great Britain. But if you're playing, hey, Cyber, what's going on, man? If you're playing against somebody who's playing the Soviets, sometimes you can get to use Soviet orders as well, or Japanese orders as well, and that stinks. We might be in trouble in this one. So we really need a removal order here. Desert Rats would be great. Oh, Enigma, also very, very good. Alright, let's play a Fortification. And we'll play an Enigma and draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Climb's not bad. It's a climb, though. We're really close. If I win this one, this will be my 2nd Field Marshal here. So, of course, we have to go through Lesser Evil to get it, but that's okay. So we'll blockade the Katyusha. Let's see. And then we need a little bit of breathing room, so let's send the 84th back to hand. We don't want to send these guys because then we gotta face another tank. And we can send them with a Leopold next turn anyway. So, climb is okay, but this one's going to be tight. We're going to see how we do. So, a couple more Greyhound, 84th. I'm surprised we're not seeing another T-34. We actually want them to send all this stuff out. That's great, because now some of it's going to get discarded. Which is really mean, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Leopold them all back. And then 5th Brigade to protect the Leopold. And we got a clock out there, and we made them discard another Greyhound, so yeah, so the 5th Brigade goes down, but we do have the Lancaster in hand too, which we're going to use. Great, that's fine. So, passing the turn back to us. Okay, good. Panzer will help us out. Let's get our Lancaster down, attack the HQ. And if you haven't seen the Lancaster in action yet, when it damages the HQ, cards in their hand cost 2 more credits. So they have a full grip. Everything costs +2 now. So that might be... Yeah, I got that in a pack on last Thursday, I think. I just got a lucky pack, and that was what I opened. And I've been playing a version of this deck. Actually, Cyber, I think I played a version of this deck against you, and it ended up not working out in that game in particular, but since then, this thing has been really, really sharp and been doing good work for me. So Alright, well, can we win this turn is the question. Yeah, the Lancaster is silly good. Like, silly good. Okay, so can we win this turn? So we can do 11, and we'll have 6 left over. I don't think we can win this turn. Sorry, I'm going to turn down the audio here. It sounds like it's looping through my mic, so I'm going to turn it down on my end. Hopefully it doesn't turn down for you guys. I think it's switching the songs over too. Tell me if the music's too quiet. I have to put my thinking pants on here anyway. Okay, so here's what my plan is. Leopold and Lancaster to hand, or Leopold and Lancaster to the HQ. Panzer pushes back these jerks, and then I think we got it. So let's do the Panzer first and make them retreat. Then a Lancaster and a Leopold. And I don't think they have Greyhounds, but we just made them more expensive. So hopefully that gets us through. I think that might have won us the game there. I think it did. So, enemy surrendered. Oh man. So, there's Dark Commandos. Dark Commandos in action, and there it is, folks. Field Marshal 2. Sorry, no. I don't know why it's hating on the caps still. I told it to stop hating on the caps. Sorry, Nightbot. Thank you, Zablook. Alright, so Field Marshal number 2 in the books. So I'm not to the level that some of our friends here in the chat are, but that feels pretty good. That was a pretty good win. We were in a tight spot there. I really like that Dark Commandos deck, though. There's a lot of games where essentially I get to play or at least see my entire deck, and most of the time the opponent only gets to see or play maybe half of their deck. So my thought process is, if I get to play or at least see my whole deck and you only get to play or see half of yours, I'm probably going to win more often than not. You do need to get the right sequence against very aggressive decks, though. So like Cyber, when you were playing the I think it was Soviet Japanese, it's pretty tough to, because that deck's just so fast. Or German Japanese or German Soviets, that one's like a 50-50 matchup. The rest of them, they might be not like super in my favor, but they're probably, I feel like I have a chance in every game. I feel like I have a chance, and that's really what you're trying to do, is at least give yourself a chance every time. So Soviets are my next closest, but I think I'm actually going to work on Japan a little bit here, because I made this Red Skies deck, which is essentially just tons of damage-based orders with the Recon Regiment, and then a bunch of planes. I have one Dyna. I'd like to get more Dynas, so maybe we can dig one up with some resources here. But I got the Geckos, so we're going to have almost the full package. This is another one that I was thinking about maybe doing for a Deck Tech series, but haven't gotten there yet. Today was about updating. Well, today was taking the dog to the vet, which she needed to go. I got up against Sir Ziggy here, so I haven't played this one before, so we're going to keep this hand. Who knows? So good luck, Sir Ziggy. But the had to take the dog to the vet, so that took a long time, which is kind of a pain, but she's worth it. She's cute. So we'll get a recon out there to start. And which plane is the plane that lowers Oh, the Claude. Claude's good. Claude, he only does it for one, but that's a good. I hear you on that one. Alright, so we lose a recon, we pick up a recon from the people. Sir Ziggy grinding through it. And we've seen this deck. So let's get out another recon and let's ping it, pick up 2. Alright, so our Dyna is going to be coming down soon. Yeah, the Claudes and the Humber, like there's definitely a Japanese British Fury deck out there too, both with planes, but then also definitely with the Humber, and then there's what are some of the other ones? There's the Japanese infantry that has Fury, and then there's the Hurricane Mark IV, which has Fury. So, alright, well, let's get our recon into the front line to at least soak up some damage here. We might as well use it from the people just to keep the horde under control to start. But starting turn 4, we're going to start getting some bigger units out there, and hopefully we can draw, once we get our Dyna down, we can get a naval operations or something like that and really punish this deck that we're playing against. So, alright. Pick up a Type 96 25mm AA gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's kind of bad. We're going to lose one off the top, but from the people, that's how it goes. Alright, so let's get a Dyna out there, and let's pick off this frontline one. Alright, that's what we want to see. Naval operations. Perfect card for who we're playing against. Hopefully they move, Sir Ziggy moves them all forward, and then plays another no surrender, and we just drop the hammer. Well, I guess drop the destroyer. Looks like a destroyer, right? Ooh, boy. Hopefully we don't see another one of those. That'd be bad. Yeah, it deals 2 to me as well, which I saw. Okay, good. Whew. I was worried there when I heard clicking. Alright, let's get a naval operation. Sorry, Sir Ziggy. Let's strafe the HQ, and we'll end the turn. So next turn we can drop some geckos or 0. So we want to see our sweepers off the top, though. We want to keep seeing those sweepers off the top. Whew, man, I felt good on that last one. That was a good win. I feel better now that I got 2 of them down, 2 down. Okay, Tora is very good. Let's see. When the opponent deals them 1. Okay, so when they draw 1, you deal them 1. I think instead we're gonna go 0. Hang on. Let me use my brainstem here a little bit. Alright. Okay. Okay, I think we're just gonna go Tora just to keep the battlefield pretty clear. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Take out 2 more. And then we're going to drop our Type 96 down so we can start shelling anybody that comes out after us again here. And if we lose our Dyna at this point, it's served its purpose when we can replace it with a Gecko, which isn't as beefy, but hey, what are you going to do? That's fine. That happens. Even if they move forward here, we'll take the card draw. We have plenty. We've gotten to the point of the game where we have plenty heavy hitters coming up. So, but Cyber, what are you doing up, man? Isn't it like 4 a.m. there? Like, don't you ever sleep? No wonder you got to the Officers Club so early. You like get up before the crow does its thing. All right, bloody sickle to our Type 96. 7:41 a.m. You're at work. The taxpayers know this. Alright, let's take out those. And let's get a KV onto the battlefield here, because now the KV will start pinging the HQ for 1 every turn, and I think when the new patch goes through and that gets up to 2 damage per turn, can you imagine ramping up into this and dropping this in like turn 2? That'd be gross, especially if you're playing against anybody. You're playing against anybody, that's gross. Alright, okay. Well, we don't have any guard units in this, but we do have pinning, so let's... we're going to save the naval operations just in case we need it. Well, I think we should attack with our KV to start. Do 3 free damage, and then do 2 more. And then let's get a 0 out there and shoot it as well. If we lose the Type 96, we lose the Type 96. Not a bad deal. Cyber, how's it going out there, though, man? How's that officers club? Has it been interesting, difficult? Have you seen a change in the matchmaking at all? I mean, I'm kind of like giving away future podcast questions, but we can do those still. Alright, and our opponent's going to be really upset when we drop another naval operations on them here. Okay, a couple air superiorities, that'll also work. Let's see, we'll do, this will be 6, 7, 8 for 2 air superiorities. And we leave a credit on the battlefield, but that's the way it goes. And we got our opponent top decking now, so I like... The one thing I will note for the reserves, it says add to hand. It doesn't say draw, even though the animation is a draw animation. Just keep that in mind. It's not actually drawing. So let's get another Gecko onto the battlefield, and then let's sweep up the light infantries. And we might as well shoot the 84th as well. And it's down to 1, so next turn we can drop a 0 on it. And this big boy just sits here and just ping, 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 ping. It's like done like 6 damage by itself. Alright, so let's get a 0 and take out that 84th. Now let's get another... Oh, we can't get another 0, but we can move our KV up. And let's get a couple strafing runs in here. Because next turn we can get the victory. I think we can get the victory just straight up. We don't even have to play our Burning Sun. So, Burning Sun in this case, I have 2 for the Emperors, which help with the operation cost, but Burning Sun, much like Cybernetics has shown us, just gives us a raw power boost, which is actually worth more, at least I think so far, than the others. So, you name Sora and Casca. I see Casca a lot, and I see you name a lot. Oh yeah, I said, did you listen to the podcast this week, young man? Because I said that they should change discard into mill. That's exactly what I said, young man. Cite your sources. Yeah, I agree with you there, though. There's just such a psychological negative associated with discard. It just doesn't feel bad. And if you can still get a similar effect, but that psychological, oh, I didn't have it in my hand anyway. Because, like, another good example is a card like Sudden Strike. Okay, I play my 84th Infantry out there, and it gets immediately Sudden Struck. Well, they had the they had the removal order to take it out. They earned it, as opposed to discard, which seems a little. They didn't really earn getting rid of my whatever if they discard it from hand. That's how I feel about it. So we're up against Field Engineering Action. Cool name. I think we're gonna throw all these back except the Bloody Sickle. Alright, a Gecko, but the 33rd Recon is what we really want to see. Fucking have fun to you. They're also playing Japan, so there's not a lot of people playing Japan. The flavor of Japan that we have, we're not. We are usually seeing a lot of Akita regiments right on cue, etc. against these kind of decks. So we're going to hold on to our Bloody Sickles, let our Recon Regiment naturally draw some for us, and then just kind of sweep our way to victory, hopefully. The one thing that this deck doesn't have is anything to help the HQ, so that's kind of a no good, but alright, so 2 draws. Alright, and an air superiority. Alright, let's take out their infantry. And then a Winter Warfare is really good against these kind of decks. Nothing to sweep up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shoot. Well, we kind of want to hang on to all this stuff. I don't think we're going to need the burst. Well, I guess we can't play it. So we're just going to pass the turn. We're going to discard the top card of our deck, but that's okay. We're going to have so much removal in hand. Hopefully we can get a nice 2-for-1 here. Hopefully they... Well, doesn't look like they're going to drop anything else. But we can Bloody Sickle this. Hopefully we get a unit. Okay, good. ISU. I don't like the ISU 152. It's kind of in here just to give me some beef. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. Zukov. Comrade Zukov making an appearance. Alright, let's put our 0 down, take out that Akita. And we do have to be a little bit careful of our HQ hit points. But, okay. Didn't really expect to see a burning skies. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Well, I think we drop another 0. That, and then let's take out the Hayabusa just so it only gets 2 points in. It's done out of love and respect. Love. I love our Soviet and Russian allies. Alright, we gotta start making some moves here a little bit. So, doesn't have guard either, so it doesn't really help. Let's do a naval operations just to slow everything down. And then... Alright, this is... I think we do... Let's see. Does it make it operate for free? No, it doesn't, so we'd only get 1 attack in with this. So, let's just straight... Oh, it's being guarded, right? Alright, well, let's just take out the tank then. And everything else is pinned, so... Alright, so they have their own KV. Actually, that's probably what I should switch in, is the KV 1939 for the ISU. Okay. Tora. Okay, we can do that. That picks off 2, and it does enough damage to the KV. That might be the plan. Drop a Gecko. Tora. Alright, so we're gonna take... I mean, if they come after us with a KV, we take a poke from it once, but I think we'll be okay, because they seem to be trying to go bigger instead of wider. Alright, Alright, and then the KV attacks something we didn't expect it to attack, so that's even better. Alright, so we're gonna have 9 here. Okay, we got all this. We're gonna sweep up everything here. Okay, get rid of all these jerks in the front line. Alright, these guys are pinned. Everybody's pinned now, so that gets us better. Mrs. Podcast, not really. Mrs. Podcast is more into, well, she's very supportive that I'm working on all this stuff. That's number one. She's been absolutely amazing about supporting all the stuff I'm working on. I don't really want to waste that. Let me see what else. Hang on, I gotta think for a second. Here's the book. I'll get right back to you. Okay. This guy's kind of being not very nice to us, even though we're playing carefully, which we gotta do. Okay, we're gonna do this, take out the tank, and then hopefully win next turn. Okay, so Mrs. Podcast is very supportive of everything. She is a photographer for a newspaper, actually a photo editor. So she's, thank you, Field Engineering Action, another win. Looking good, feeling good with this one. Like the setup so far. So she's really into content creation, like taking photos and writing stories and doing video. Like she gets what goes into this. And Fail Killies is our opponent now. We don't really want any of these. We want that 33rd recon, our opening hand. Alright, well, we'll see how we do with this one. Pass turn. She's also she's a horseback rider too, so she likes to go and do like she's a show jumper, so she's into doing that. So like I kind of support. I'm not really as into that. I really like horses and I really like watching her do that stuff, but it's not really my wheelhouse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we can pass one more turn here. So it's not really my wheelhouse, but I support her in that stuff. And we like doing, there's other stuff that we like to do together. Like we play like some board games or some card games together, but we brew our own beer. She's into that. She helps me out with that. Oh boy. All right. We got to do Recon Regiment. And I don't want to fall too far behind here. So I'm going to do... I kind of want to hold everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just hold everything. We're going to take a poke, but that's okay. So we have other hobbies that we're into. We brew our own beer at home. She helped me out with that yesterday. With the dogs. She really loves the dogs. So, and then we go to movies. We go on vacation. You know, all kinds of cool, fun stuff that we do together. So, for the beer, we made a... I think it's an Oktoberfest. The reason we made that one is, okay, we're gonna take a whack here. No, not IPA just yet. We actually just had a kit left over from I gotta think here for a second. I kinda wanna play Tora, but I wanna save it till next turn. Alright, we're gonna do 0. Probably should have done a 0 here, but I don't... Does the heavy armor stop that? It doesn't matter. We can take that out later. So it was Oktoberfest that we just had a kit left over. The next one I want to make actually is probably... It doesn't... Okay. My bad. That might have been a little bit of a punt there then. Next one I want to make is probably... I don't know if I want to make a half of Weizen or something summery. Something... I mean, IPA falls into that, but I mean, I like more... I don't like as aggressive beers as an IPA sometimes. So maybe it's something a little more neutral. That might be in my wheelhouse. Um, okay, are we gonna let him draw a card here? Okay, I don't think we do that. I think we go, someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, and then we go Tora, Tora, Tora. And yes, that bumps them a little bit, but then we have another Tora, Tora, Tora coming. And they might drop another big fat tank on us here, so. Yeah, well, the homebrewing really gave me an appreciation for craft beer. In about 5 years ago, I actually, similar to Cards podcast, I ran a magazine focusing on craft beer for a year, which was really cool, and I got to meet some really cool people doing that. Um, but we ran out of money and couldn't really sustain it. We didn't really have kind of the support of the community like we have from everybody here. So, thank you to everybody who's supporting us here. Excuse me. Okay, lots of options. Um, all right, get another zero out there. We're gonna shoot this guy in the back. Okay, let's attack once. Okay, good. Then let's take out one of the 84ths. And yeah, that helps them, but I think our big boy tanks are going to start coming down in a turn or two here. We're kind of looking for the geckos, because we only had the one Dinah, so. Fail killies, though. I've played against this person. I don't know if it's I don't know the gender. So I played against this opponent a couple of times, and they seem like a very good player. So we might be in a little bit of trouble, but we did save some of our bigger haymakers for the end, and we get a draw. That's good. All right, 2 draws, and it gets rid of 2 cards off the top of our deck. So hopefully a gecko is waiting. I mean, what we have 4 out of 23. Was it like a 1 in 6 chance of drawing a gecko? So we'll take that. Naval operations will slow them down mightily. Okay. Oh shoot, that's too bad. All right, let's do I want to do naval operations. Well, first let's ping this and get rid of it. Alright, multiple naval operations. So we're definitely doing naval operations just to give us a little bit more time. We got 5 credits left. Let's just strafe. Oh, should we take that? Nah, it's pinned. We can take it out later. So let's strafe the HQ. We're gonna pass the turn. I'm gonna hold on to the bombing raid until I absolutely need it. Yeah, there's a couple good beer festivals near us. We're actually probably going to be going to one which might delay a podcast or a live stream. It's called Tap New York, which is at Hunter Mountain, which is kind of like the big New York State craft beer festival, which is something I mean, we've been there twice to it before, and I really enjoy that festival. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, we're not done yet. Let's see. Let's take out the B-17. And let's do another naval operations, naval gazing. And we're gonna pass the turn here. I want to get one of these tanks, especially the big 1941 KV. Gotta get that down. So, okay, so we're gonna have 4 credits here still. So we're gonna put. Oh boy. Okay, how are we gonna do this? All right, let's. 37 with heavy All right. KV Naval Operations. Give us another turn's worth to wait on everything. So yeah, we'll probably go into Tap New York. Not sure. I gotta look up the date for that one. And also, since the dog's foot's bothering her, we might not go now because I might have just spent the ticket money at the vets, which is not. It's not her fault. Oh, jeez Louise. I should have seen that one coming though, right? Oh, well, okay. We're back and we're back. We're back. We're feeling good again because we can go Gecko. Then we go Tora. And then we pass the turn. We are falling behind on cards a little bit here, and other than the 33rd Regiment, there's really no card draw engine. Appreciate that. I'll say cool deck because I don't have another option. Alright. Let's get our ISU 152 down there. We're going to hold on to the rest of this stuff. I mean, the ISU does have double heavy armor 2. That's a thing. That's a real deal thing. So, fail killies. You're making us feel like a fail killies. Oh boy. All right. Well, we're not finding any of our planes. There has to be a ton of planes just waiting off the top of our deck. We're actually going to pass here. See if we can pick up a. We have Taurus still, so okay. Well, let's do a bombing raid to take out one. And then I wish these bloody sickles were even more flexible. Pass the turn here. She's okay. She's upstairs with Mom right now. She's got an infection on her foot. Okay, this will get us back in the game here. Okay, very helpful. Take out one. Let's hit our 33rd again. Okay, there's a Gecko. Oof. Can we... Oh, we can win next turn, though. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll do a yeah, Tora. And then a critical hit against the Hellcat there. Which, next turn we have the Burst of Fire. So that'll make it a 5-5 or a 5-4. And then we have the Burning Sun. So if this 0 can survive, we're feeling good still. We fought through all that removal. So let's see if we can get this one here. Alright, fingers crossed. Got to dodge another one. Nope. Not our day. Just not our day. Well, I mean, it is our day. We got up to the Field Marshal with the other one, and then we have been playing this pretty hot. We're feeling pretty good. I mean, we're not done yet by any stretch. The destruction trigger on the Act 9. Draw a Soviet card from your deck. Oh, they got a lot more ammo than we do, too. Alright, we're hoping to see... Fail Killies, I don't know what... What are you up to, Fail Killies? You might have just forgot to hit the button. I do that all the time. Yep, just forgot to hit the button. Alright, that's okay. Alright, we don't need to say anything. Because, well, let's move our recon regiment up. This Gecko, he's gonna take a... He's gotta go down there. Because Winter Warfare... Let's see, that does one, no, it does 2 to everything now, so 3-3 gone, but we draw a card, and 3-1, and 4. So I think we gotta do it. draw a card off that. Oh, wow. Does 2 damage to everything. How many cards left? 8. We gotta pass the turn. If this gecko can live, we're there. We'll see. I mean, they've used a ton of removal orders. They can't keep having removal orders, can they? Okay, good. I like to see that. I mean, if they, I would think they're going to strafe the HQ. All right, good play by Fail Achilles. Good play. We kind of needed to win that one. Ah, shoot. All right, well, that doesn't end the game. Naval operations. Pin the tank. Alright, we got past the turn. How many planes do we have left in our deck? I'm trying to think. We don't have any tanks left. They've gone... Oh, hey there, big fella. Alright. Can we get in the tank's way, though? And we have no way to pin it. Shoot, we're going to come up short here. No, we won't, actually. Oh, man, we gotta get rid of our 0. I don't know, I can't remember if we have everything left in our deck that we need here, but we need to Coat of Bushido it. And it gets rid of the T-34, which is the only thing that can kill us. No, shoot. I didn't do the numbers right. They get the I-16 and they still beat us. Oh, nuts. Oh, shoot. Good game. Good game. Good game. Oh, well. That was a close one. Almost got there. Good game, though. Let's see how we're doing on our... Okay. Alright, so we'll get at least one more pack in. I'm so close on that. Just get rid of it. 25 armor units. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to get there. We might... Well, we'll probably get at least 400. Oh, pardon me. Well, if we can get our 3 wins to get our piece of gold, then we can open 2 packs at the end of the stream. That'd be nice. Doctor, who, me, yes, fart. Okay. Well, oh my goodness. Well, if we get to turn 6, we got some hot removal spells. God, removal orders coming in. Some hot removal orders if we get there. So, Doctor, who, me, yes, fart. Okay. So we just got to use up our removal stuff right at the beginning. All right. Well, at least we pulled that out of the way. Alright. Oh, good one. We'll take a Bloody Sickle to an Akita to get things started here. Keep 2-for-1ing our opponent. Great. I mean, we'll just keep using our spot removal to get us there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Alright. Doctor, who, me, yes, fart. Oh, okay. Well, we'll put our Dyna out there. See if they got anything for it. It really turns on all of our other stuff, so... I mean, they played a couple very aggressive infantry units right off the rip, so I have to imagine that they have a lot of aggressive stuff, but... I mean, if they're not going to play it, then we're not going to shoot it down. But next turn we can drop a Gecko, and then we can really start going ham. Alright. I think it pings the HQ, right? Yep, okay. Oh, even better. Don't even have to waste our removal on it. Just zero it down. Move our recon regiment up. I mean, we're looking golden here. Okay. see if they pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that kind of stinks, but use our air superiority on the T-34. Actually, move the 0 up to the front line because it has ambush. I don't know if I mean, that's pretty sweet. Definitely use that. And then, I mean, I could have used a burning sun there, but I do want to hold it for a little bit. If we get the opportunity, I'm going to use it here. I just wanted to get that 0 up in the front line. Because even though they changed ambush, it's still powerful. It's still 2 for 1. Most of the time. So how's everybody else doing? Since we have an opportunity here while our Doctor's thinking, thanks again to all of our new patrons. Thank you to all of our Twitch followers on the road to affiliate. And I spoke with a couple of the information people for Cards, and I don't know if it's 100%, but hopefully I will be getting. Oh, I think we win right here. Hopefully we'll be getting some more packs to give away on stream. But if you haven't signed up as a Patreon at the $2 a month level, you can still do that. Those will be picked this weekend. Well, Friday. Or no, a week from today is when that drawing is, so the 15th. And then also we're going to be doing, yeah, I think we win right here. Oh, don't even need to attack with Dinah. 0, getting the job done. So we'll also be doing the content creation part of the pack giveaway contest, and if you do a card of the week article, you can do a video or audio, either's fine, and then just send that over to cardspodcast@gmail.com. That enters you in that giveaway. And like I said, if I get some other cool stuff, we'll see what we can do for other giveaways. We might do some international only giveaways after looking at the traffic on the website. We might do some USA only giveaway, or North America maybe only giveaways. We'll see how traffic continues to evolve on the web. So we're going to switch it up. So, and then if there's anybody who has any other ideas or stuff they want to do, just contact us either through cardspodcast@gmail.com or on the, actually I'm going to get rid of all these and hope we hit a 33rd recon. Oh, okay, we got a nice curve though, we'll take it. We're playing against Elenium again, playing a British deck, so good luck, Elenium. Alright, we're willing to sit and wait a couple of turns if they are. So, other stuff going on. Oh, now you show up. I think we're going to just wait here. And then hold on to our removal orders. So they're playing Britain and Germany. Okay, we got to get rid of that thing. First thing, we're going to do a naval operations just to pin everything. We'll move up our recon. So lots of ways to interact. Also, if you're new to the stream and you haven't headed over to the new, or well, I guess it's not new, but just the subreddit, there's tons of great stuff there. We interact a lot over there. So feel free to, okay, how are we going to do that? Okay, we use the Dyna, and then we use air superiority, take out the cannon, and do we draw 2? We can do 2 damage with, well, I guess we would do 2 damage, so we don't want to do that. We're gonna hit the 980s. All right, great. Okay, so the subreddit is really great, and thank you to Zablook and Cyber and some of the other people in the community that asked me to be a moderator over on the subreddit. Happy to do that. I think that'll be a good time, and I'm really looking forward to it. And thank you guys for thinking of me to do that. That's really going to be a really good time, I think. So I'm really looking forward to that. This bombing raid's going to be filthy here. So let's get ourselves a nice 2-for-1 there. And then, yeah, we can take out that 5th Brigade with our Dyna. Somebody's in the kitchen with Dyna. And it was the 5th Brigade, and he got strafed with bullets. And that's now he's not with us anymore. All right. Well, I think we got to get a gecko out there. And pass the turn. So, sorry, just sitting in a weird spot in the chair. Okay, blackout, draw them a card, that's fine. Pin us down, that's fine. The thing is, next turn we can go Gecko and then really snipe almost anything that they can play. So we'll go with another Gecko. And I think we're going to use the spot to start here with a From the People and keep the sweepers in hand. Could have got a 2-for-1 there, but we have multiple sweepers coming up. And let's see, next turn we could do 5, 11, 17 damage to their HQ, plus sweep their board, most likely. So I think we'll be okay. This deck could use probably another Dyna, so if we get up to those resources, we'll probably craft one, maybe throw it in here. Oh, okay, good play. I mean, we're still not very afraid. Let's see, I think... No, we don't want to waste the naval operations because we get the bonus pin, so we'll just do a Tora. And then we'll get some attacks in, and since this is a Baroque regiment, since that's infantry, I'm not too worried about it just yet. So we'll let them come after us with it if they think they can get there. How's everybody else doing tonight? Viewer count keeps going up. Thank you guys so much for following along with the podcast, following live streams. If you do get the opportunity to... Spitfire is a little tough. But we win the game here, don't we? Why am I... Fancy play syndrome. Don't let fancy play syndrome sneak in, kids. It's not good. So there we go. Get the win. But thank you to everybody who's following along and being part of the community. You guys rock and roll. On our way to affiliate, I'm not sure how many followers we have yet. I think we have 32, so I need 18 more to get to affiliate. I think you gotta hit 50. So if anybody is there watching the stream for the first time and you want to support us, that's a great way to do it, is to follow the stream, and we can get up to 50 on the affiliate, and we get that affiliate mark, and then once we get to the affiliate mark, then we can monetize the stream a little bit more. So that'd be awesome. I have a feeling that we're going to start seeing those kind of things. We don't need burst of fire to start. I'll confirm that though. Once we turn the corner and get into open beta, which it sounded like Teal Kelly was in the dev update today was kind of like, yeah, guys, that's coming. We want to make sure we're ready. And that's great. That's fantastic news for everybody involved in the game, everybody that follows the game, everybody that plays the game. We just got to keep that player base growing, you know? Okay, how are we going to do this? Do we really care about a Matilda? Well, how many cards do we have in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we don't want to be discarding cards, so let's get rid of this Matilda. And next turn we can drop a 0, so... Alright, that's okay. Oh, a naval operations. Alright, how are we going to do this? Well, I mean, it only has 2 attack. Even if they have the infantry that buffs everything. Alright, we'll drop that. And then if we have to strafe it with our 0, then we will. See what happens. But we're on our way to affiliate, and once that open beta hits, I think it's going to be a real boon to everybody who's streaming, everybody who's doing all this kind of stuff. Now you show up. Alright, let's see. Can we do that and other stuff? Not really. Let's do a naval operation to pin everything. I want to hold the bombing raid for just a little bit. Can we attack anything? I guess we can get an attack in. We might as well get an attack in. Because then we can bombing raid everything back to the Stone Age, depending on what they play here. But the player base expanding is something that... Oh, wow, good. What a good placement by Elenium there. That's really, really, really good placement by Elenium there. Okay, let's do... See, we don't have anything to pin anymore. Alright. Well, we don't really want to play our Dyna into that, do we? Alright, let's do this. Let's do a bombing raid right down the middle, take out the 2 on the sides. And then we're gonna do a 0 attack at that Churchill and take that out and pass the turn back. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. So I think the player base... Oh, what is that big boy doing, coming out here? Oh, these guys? Oh, no. Cyber. Look what we have here. The 158 Nakshub. No. We hate... Well, we don't hate it. I dislike that card very, very much. I am tempted, my friend. I am tempted to insta-surrender. I think instead what I'm going to do is a Gecko, and I'm going to blast it with my air superiority. And we'll probably lose this Gecko, but we have other answers for the bomber. And they got to invest a lot of units to operate that bomber, so... I was tempted. At 158, man, that thing is... Ooh, doctor. I do not like that card. Alright, so... We lose a Gecko. So our insurance rates are going to go up. But we have plenty more where that came from. So let's get another Gecko out there. What's our... Okay. Alright, so let's Bloody Sickle that thing. I know we take 2 on our HQ, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Alright, and then we can Tora, and take that out. Well, I kind of want to save my Tora, because the bomber doesn't really matter right now because we have the Gecko out there. So, what is this? Is the JU-88E. Okay, the E is what I was worried about, or thinking about. Alright, pass the turn. I know I'm playing a little slowly tonight. Ooh, that's no good. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, now we'll just drop another Gecko, and then we'll Tora, and get rid of most of that stuff. And then I still got my Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen waiting. Nah, I'm just gonna play the Winter Warfare and get rid of the bomber. I know I could probably gotten more out of the Winter Warfare, but that's fine. Alright, they got a gripful over there though, so Alienium, he's got something working for him this game. Alright, those regiments, I'm just not worried about those. Alright, that's fine. Okay, taking burst of fire hurts there, for sure. Well, let's get our KV down there. Oh, you know what? I think I might switch the KVs up. That might be a good idea. Alright, we need a 33rd recon or something like that. Alright, they take 2 damage for that convoy there, though. I don't know why they had that Noxub in their deck. We haven't seen, I mean, other than MI5, have we really seen any discard? Alright, those big Soviet tanks, though, they get smoked. Oh, okay. Our burst of fire would really help here. Alright, naval operations, getting the job done. Let's see, did we take anything out with it? No, but we pin everybody, and that's more important at this point. Alright, get after that HQ. 33 Spitfire, how you doing? Well, I still drop it after the buff. What do you mean, like, in this deck in particular, will I keep it in? Because the buff really helps that card in this particular deck. It just makes it so much more impactful. One damage just isn't gonna get the job done for the most part. I mean, in this deck, it kind of does. Like it's kind of like shoehorned in there. Okay, can we win the game here? I think the answer to that question is no. But we can almost win the game here. So I think we got a Tora. Yeah, but the buff on that KV Spitfire. Wow, does that make that card good? Like stupid good. Oh, I think do we win here? Yeah, we win here. Okay, I did the math wrong. Another Tora. And 2 to the enemy HQ. There we go. So there, path to victory. We found it. But I'm really looking forward to that part of the buff. I am not looking forward to... Yes, I know. I blew it on that one. I'm not looking forward to Enigma getting nerfed a little bit, though. What do you think of that, Cyber? Alright, 2 stream packs. That's good. We might even get up to the other Dinah on here, which would be great. I guess we might as well talk update news. What does everybody think? Everybody excited? Everybody interested? I mean, what were some of the big changes that y'all saw that, excuse me, were really good, really bad? Actually, you know what? Cancel out of this, because now that I'm thinking of Spitfire, you're saving me looking like a fool here. Thank you for the help, because what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to get rid of the ISU. Get rid of that. We'll put the good this KV in there. Just because I think it'll be a little more impactful than the other one. So we're KV all the time, baby. So thank you, Spitfire, for jogging my memory here. Oh, Sir Ziggy. Oh boy, we had a knockdown drag out with Sir Ziggy before. Get rid of all those. Keep naval operations. See what we get. All right, that's not much help, but not better. No matter with the 85th the Jackson, I would prefer defense buff instead of attack. Well, I would prefer for the Jackson that it drop in its deployment cost. It's just like unusable outside of um, almost a ramp, or it just it's too expensive for what they're trying to have it do, being the foil to discard decks. It also has to be viable when you're playing against a non-discard opponent. I mean, you guys have been watching the stream tonight. I've played against one opponent who kinda had some discard. Like, it's not. I like the idea of it. The text on the card is great because it's a good idea for what they're trying to. We're just going to try to keep the horde under control here. So what they're trying to do with it is great. It's just it has to be good in a against a non-discard player. You like every deck you play, you can't control who your opponent's going to be. So lower its deployment, make the stats, yeah, like more vanilla. It doesn't. The trouble with the Jackson was not its power, it was that it didn't do anything. Like, it was, if it wasn't discarded, then it didn't do anything. And another option would be, like, the only way you can self-discard is if you have a full hand. So if there was a way to self-discard, that would be interesting. I'd be into seeing what that looks like. Yeah, take it easy. Exactly. Yeah, if you played full cost for that Jackson, like, you're just, it doesn't do what you're looking for it to do. And the Jackson, if you're the Jackson player playing against a discard deck, even if you get it to work, they're most likely, well, I think Germany, other than, I think Great Britain has some discard, but Germany's by far the primary discard. And what that does then is it turns on technical strikes, just like you're talking about, take it easy, and then you're getting 2 for 1 on a card that is supposed to be doing a very different job. So, I mean, not every single card in every single game is going to be absolutely perfect, and there are different levels for cards. Like I was talking on the podcast last week, you know, there's Timmy cards or Tammy cards, and then there's Johnny or Jenny cards, and you know, so there's different cards for different players. So, oh, okay, 2 for 1 to them on there, critical hit there. Yes, Spitfire. 100% agree with you on that one. If you could self-discard it, now we're talking. Now we got a thing. Let's see. Do we want to get a gecko out there? We don't really need a gecko out there right now. But, well, I think we're going to drop our KV. Yeah. You mean like to trigger discarding Cyber? And I don't know why it almost blocked you there. Well, it might be just because, I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, like the Antwerp, what's going on? We're having a good night. We made Field Marshal on the British side, and we're on the march, hopefully, to Field Marshal on Japanese, and then that would get me in this swanky club that Cybernetic gets me into. Okay, well, hopefully they have another frontal assault, because otherwise they're really going to hate us when we do this move here. So we drop a Gecko, and then we drop a... Well, I want to hold on to Tora actually, so let's just do Winter Warfare. And do 2 to everything. It's a lot of explosions. Yeah. Sorry, Cyber. But I think they're like a Japanese German like self discard deck. How sweet would that be? That'd be cool. Like that'd be really interesting, I think. Also, there's something KV does here is it turns all their bloody sickles into 2 damage to their HQ. That's just brutal. This KV This KV1 1941, I'm telling you guys, this card's going to be a freaking monster. Alright, let's start getting some naval operations going. The thing's going to be absolutely brutal, this KV 1941. I kind of don't even want to move it into the front line. There's really no incentive for me to do that. I think I could have won the game right there, actually. Yeah, we could have won the game right there. That was stupid. That's a punt. Alright, Spitfire, give me a second to read what you got here. Almost going to win with an 8-cost Tiger. Desperation, the enemy used a Euro factories on their bomber. They gave them the one that destroys the target with oh, the Avenger. Alright, sorry about this, Sir Ziggy. Alright, can we win here? I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna try. Because otherwise I kind of feel like a jerk. So 6 down to 5. Well, it's better to just pass it back. Yeah, Spitfire. Bad roll. That happens. What are you gonna do? Then use... Okay, so Cyber, jumping back to you. Well, I did. Then use that destruction card that self-discards or naval supply run by leaving a Jax in my hand. Exactly. But yeah, that's exactly... Okay, we're not going to be a jerk to Sir Ziggy. We're going to win it right there. Thank you, Sir Ziggy. Sorry about that. No, I don't think... Cyber, I don't think he was talking about the Spitfire. I think he was talking about the Avenger. The American Avenger. I think it's... I think it's... No, it's not that one. If anybody knows the name of the card that we're looking or we're thinking about, that American... Well, why don't I just look at it? We got a second here. Collection. Show all. Because I don't actually have one. Ah, there we go. So it's TBF-1, I think. Yeah, that's it. I think in Spitfire, is this the one you're talking about? TBF-1 Avenger? But I think you're... Okay, I see... Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm following along now. Sorry. Okay, so if they Ural Mountains into the... Or Ural Factories into that bomber, the TBF-1 Avenger, it shouldn't trigger because it's not being deployed. This deployment trigger only works when it comes out of their hand, like hard deployed through credits. If they Ural factoried into the TBF-1, it shouldn't destroy anything when it comes onto the battlefield. It's not like in Magic where it's an enter the battlefield trigger. That's not it. It has to come from their hand in order for it to work. We don't know who we're playing against. Gazard 267 here, and they're playing a German deck, so good luck to them. Yeah, sure, we'll be okay. So if that's what happens, Spitfire, and you have either a screenshot of it or you can just remember the circumstances, definitely go to the Discord channel and type up a bug report on that, because that's a bug, and it's not you know, you lost that game and that stinks, but hopefully you're insulating somebody or maybe even yourself from that happening again in the future. So alright, they got the 59 Panzer Grenadier. We'll hit that with our Bloody Sickle, and then we'll hit it with a From the People, which is kind of a little overkill, but we want to keep the board or the battlefield as clear as we possibly can. So, so what else? We got another Panzer Grenadier coming out. All right, let's see if we can do the same thing here. Bloody Sickle. Draw a card and an air superiority, so we'll take that out. Now, we keep 2-for-1ing ourselves, but hopefully we're going to be able to catch back up. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it, Cyber. If you Ural Factories a Corsair, and Cyber, if you could test out the Corsair in the chat to see if it pops up the information and stats about it, that'd be tremendous. Alright, we're falling way behind here to a pretty aggressive deck. So, Arizona Kid, what's going on? Good to have you here. Okay, we need a plane. It might not have the dash. Okay, so yeah, the KV-1 1939. That's probably going to actually get us back in the game here. Let's see, let's take out these Pioneers just so we can take something out. Alright, we're going to end the turn. There it goes. Thank you, Cyber. Sorry about the dashes and stuff. It was a long day when I put all those in, so if you do have something with a dash, then it may or may not work. So hopefully we can survive to get this KV down there, because that'll shut this down. Yeah. And the Corsair has a destruction trigger, so we're hurting here. We need this KV. Okay, that might get us back into things. So let's get our KV down there. But if they have a Blitzkrieg in hand, we're in trouble. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't have a Blitzkrieg. So Gossard's playing a version of the deck that really I rode this a flavor of this all the way to nuts. They got it. Well, we might survive. Do we survive? We take out 2 of their. Yeah, we survived this. And why did they attack with their infantry? That was a punt right there. Or I don't know why they did that. Did they? What just happened? Okay, so okay. Why did they not attack with the rest of their stuff? I mean, we would have survived it, but we would have been in. All right, I can't see. That's one thing I would like. Yeah, it seemed like it was counting that Panzer IIA as an infantry unit. Was that what was happening? Or they only got 1 attack in there? I don't know, that was weird. They were counting a Panzer IIA as infantry. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But they had played Blitzkrieg, which takes the operation cost down 1 already. So those were all already operating for free. So, not sure what happened there. Yeah, it shouldn't matter, because their operation cost should still be 0. Now, what they might, if they hit the pass the turn button, that might have happened. I don't know why they would do that, but alright, well, another win for us on our quest. Let's see. Okay, we got some time still. We got some time. We're about halfway. We might not make it. We might not make it for this stream, but hopefully later this week we can get in the Officers Club and hang out with Cybernetic at the buffet. Who else all is in the Officers Club? The one thing, I think I said this on the podcast, was I kind of wish that the Officers Club wasn't like a closed group. Like, I wish you could at least see who is in it and like what the standings are. I mean, you can see the little emblem when you play against somebody that's in the Officers Club, but you know, it'd be cool if like there was just like a window, like you could see who are the good players, you know, who's in the lead, so you can kind of root for your favorite player. That'd be cool if you could at least just see who's in there. Albino polar bears are our next opponent. We're going to throw all these back because we're looking for that 33rd recon. Didn't find it, but we have some early. Hashtag 2 exclusive for you. Albino polar bear. That's a good name. I like that name. Alright, so they take the front with a 554th. Okay. The 554th on his own is not that scary. This thing, the okay, let's see if I can do it. SDKVKFZ222. That's scarier, so let's get rid of that. And we can still get rid of the 554th, so let's pick that off too with a bloody sickle. So from the people and a bloody sickle, a couple of more sweepers in hand, but we need to find a Dyna or a Gecko to really turn those on. Right on cue. I don't know. My favorite change. I'm trying to think of anything in particular that stands out to me, at least. Alright, we don't want to drop our Dyna yet, but we will use one of our naval operations so we don't fall too far behind. I think, well, making Enigma and MI5, that was kind of where I was going, Antwerp. Making Enigma and MI5 more fair. The Nebelwerfer is a good one to get changed. I agree with you there. Okay, let's see. Let's do a Dyna, and then we're going to take out the first tank there. Someone's in the kitchen with Dyna. So those were good. Like I said, MI5 kind of needed to get moved up the curve. Even though, Cyber, you and I have played plenty of Enigmas, it was overpowered at 3. It just was. It's too good. It's too good at 3. I think moving up to 4 is fair, and then see how it keeps going. It also actually kind of sets it up for play. If you can use it properly still, actually moving it up to 4 might allow you to empty your hand, so you just play a giant Enigma on turn 4. You know, that's another option too. So, yeah, Spitfire, I am definitely of the... it's easier for me to remember based on the art, but I'm working on my commentary skills in hopes that there will hopefully be a viewer in the client someday, and maybe we can do some commentary, like kind of do like play-by-play for everybody about the different cards we've played, and you know, just different you know, like tournament coverage almost. That'd be fun. I think that'd be enjoyable for everybody. Alright, let's get a Gecko out there, and let's pick off this T30 or 38T. End the turn. Yeah, I mean, that's why art is so important in games. If you notice, they've only changed the art on the cards through the dev blogs like very few times, like only a couple of times. And it's just for that exact reason that you're talking about. It's easier to remember the art of the card than all the words on it, because you only have to remember one image. You don't have to remember all the different things. So... Nebelwerfer having smokescreen. I was not a fan. The reason being, we're just gonna shoot this thing down, I think. And I kind of want to hold on to everything we have in hand here. There's no reason for us to... it seems like they got a handful of removal orders. Oh boy. Well... I mean, the name meaning smokescreen and all that stuff, I mean, that's all... okay, that's not good. That's all fine and good, that the name means smokescreen and everything. From a mechanical gameplay perspective, you got to be very careful with what you give Smokescreen, and the reason for that is because if you ever played Magic, and Hexproof is an extremely dangerous mechanic in that game. Okay, so we're going to Gecko here, and then we're going to Naval Operations just to pin everything. We're going to wait on this Winter Warfare. Hopefully we can get a Tor down next turn, or a bombing raid if they have another T-34. Okay, good. Okay. But the ability to stack a bunch of buffs on a Smokescreen unit and then come after you out of nowhere, whew, that's dangerous. I like that there's less Smokescreens in the game. I like that there's less. I think there should be less. Alright, now we're going to bombing raid that. Get rid of those two. And hopefully they have a bunch of junk in hand and we have some good stuff, because we're getting a little bit in the danger zone here. Ouch. And that's what we were talking about. Alright, a couple of Toras. We kinda gotta hold on to that for next turn. Alright, let's take that out with our 0. And let's get in. And if I'm Albino Polar Bear, I'm sandbagging a Blitz tank here and the return of the Blitz tanks. So, yep, okay, good on them. Good win. Good on them. They got the win. They beat us. They beat us straight up. And they fought through a lot of our stuff. Their deck was actually very well built to beat our deck. But, okay, on to the next one. We'll maybe play, maybe one more, because that'll give us a nice, like, 2-hour-ish stream. So, the change to Nebelwerfer, meh. I'm not too worried about it. I think Smokescreen has to be very carefully used. Well, when they initially announced the Focke-Wulf 190, that was a fighter with Smokescreen, and oh man, a fighter with Smokescreen? Hello, nurse. I would love to see a fighter with Smokescreen, because that would be ridiculous. Because you couldn't attack it. Like, if you can't attack it and then they can't bomb it, like, it just completely shuts down all bombers. It's crazy. So that's what that's what the original Focke-Wulf was. So that's something to think about. Alright, so we're putting it up against Skop Chak? Kak? Is it something spelled backwards? Cagpox. I don't know. Okay, let's take out this Panzer. And let's get into our 33rd Recon. And pass turn back. Yeah, I think this is going to do it. My voice is getting a little scratchy. I want to go up and see the dog, make sure she's okay. Gotta get some dinner, so... after this game, we'll open our packs, see if we get anything good. Right, Spitfire, right. But it doesn't have Smokescreen either, you know? So you just gotta be careful of Smokescreen. But, I mean, the Nebelwerfer, yeah, it means... Okay, we're playing against a German player. Alright, we don't really want to just run our Dyna into something and get it killed, so we're going to hold on to it. Like run into a tactical strike or something like that. Or, no, I guess Blitz wouldn't really do anything here. Okay, good. Because we'll play our 0 out, we'll take out the pack 38, or is it 36? Alright, and our Our 0 takes a poke from a Careless Talk, but we get a 2-for-1 out of it then. And we really get a 3-for-1 because it's going to take another card here. So that was, if you're new to the game, that's kind of like the ideal that you want to see happen. Our 0 came down, took out a pack 36. Then it took out a Careless Talk and survived, so it needed a dive bombing to kill it. So that's a 3-for-1 right there. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want to see. Alright, do we have a sweeper that we can play here? Not really. We could play our Dyna. We don't really want to play any of these. Like, play our Dyna, take out the SD. I think that's what we'll do, because the infantry we're not worried about. So we'll take out the SDK FZ222. I don't know if that's exactly right. Yeah, gameplay comes first. Gameplay is paramount. Mechanics are paramount. Oh, I should have played my recon there. Stupid. Okay, that's fine. Because now we can go Dyna into naval operations, pin everything. And then let's bloody sickle the tiger or the panzer. Draw one. Okay, and then next turn we can 0 it. Great. But yeah, gameplay is paramount. I think I said this, and actually we might revisit some of the early podcasts if the new beta comes around soon. Okay, that stinks. But the idea of... I just lost my train of thought. The idea of gameplay over flavor. We're here. We got into this for the flavor. I hear you. Definitely got into it for the flavor. And this Panzer is going to be a troublesome unit. I have to take him out next turn. Definitely got in this for the flavor, but flavor's flexible. You can always make flavor work for you. Gameplay, on the other hand, if gameplay stinks, you're in trouble as a game. So, alright. I'm getting a little tired here too. I think you can hear my voice. Okay, I don't know why you guys play that now, but alright. Okay. Can we take out this tiger? Alright, well, somebody's in the kitchen with Dyna. Air superiority on the tiger. I think we trade off our recon regiment for it. And we're actually going to move our 0 up, so we don't run into the same thing that we ran into with those blitz tanks kind of chewing us up. Breakthrough. That's the first time I've seen anybody play Breakthrough. That's interesting. It's the first time I've seen it. Yeah, well, Spitfire, what you're seeing, what you're picking up on there is that's the difference between the Dyna, which is a special, and a Gecko, which is a standard. Gecko, you're correct, 100% correct. Gecko is a bad Dyna, but the reason for that is because it's easier to get Geckos and there's more of them. So that's what you're up against there. Let's take out the Fury tank, which is a Stug 4 or Stug 5. Stug 4. Alright, and then let's just strafe that thing and get rid of it. So, yes, all those points are correct, but they have to be very careful with stuff like if they made the Gecko the same as the Dyna, then it would just be crazy good. Alright, so here, let's see. Again, can we win the game from here? Can we do 19 damage? Let's get a Burning Sun out there. So that's 11. And then Gecko 14. Yep, we win the game right here. And that's how we do it there, fellas and ladies, and anybody else interested. That's how you face down a tiger and get rid of it. So that's it. Big win. Going out on a big win for the evening. Whew. Alright, so hopefully by this time next week I'll be in the Officers Club. But let's do our thanks to everybody. Thank you to all of our patrons. Thank you to the followers of the stream. If there are people that you know who don't follow the stream or might be interested in the game, send them over to Kards.com to get them signed up, and then have them come over here and watch the stream on Monday nights. And yep, the pack hype is real, Arizona Kid. Hopefully we'll have some more giveaways for the stream coming up. And the other giveaways are still live. The Patreons, if you're a $2 a month patron, you're entered, and that'll be drawn next week. And then if you do the content creation, just email that to cardspodcast@gmail.com. So let's get a couple packs and see. Maybe we can just open up a Dyna. And here we go. Pack number 1. Whoa. an all Soviet pack. Oh, and an elite all Soviet, and an elite Soviet. Wow, that's new. All right, Bloody Sickle, don't need that. Burning Sky, don't need that. Euro Factories, don't need that. Yeah, I've never seen a full Soviet pack, and then the elite. Here we go. Red Banner. All right. I've been hoping to get a Red Banner. We might do deck tech, or might make a deck around Red Banner and Euro Factories, and kind of I've been thinking about maybe making like an Aristocrats style deck. If you know what Aristocrats are from Magic the Gathering, it's one of my most favorite kind of decks to play. I think I'm like the Signal Regiment short of that deck now that we have Red Banner. But Red Banner, we'll just put it into the chat here. And I'm freezing up on you guys here, so give me just a second. If somebody could type Red Banner in there. Communism unlocked? Yeah, kind of. Sorry, my interface is spiking here. This is only our first technical issue of the stream, so that's good. So everybody hang in there. Here we go. Here we go. Oh boy. Thank you, Antwerp. All right, there we go. Cancel out of that. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Okay, so I'm thinking of making an Aristocrat style deck. We'll see how that goes in the future. So keep an eye out for that one. Oh, just standard issue this time, but that's okay. We got lucky on our first pack that we opened. Alright, and our limited card, Death from Above, we already have those. So we need 9 more resources for our other Dyna. So, thank you guys all for hanging out. Sorry we had a little hiccup there right at the end, but everybody who came and hung out in the stream, thank you so much. You guys rock and roll. Follow, like, share, subscribe, all those good things. Patreon.com/cardspodcast. And yeah, well, it's kind of dinner time, and the girl beagle needs a hand just because she has had a bad tire. So we're gonna take off for now. And if you see me on there later this week, it's probably because we're gonna be working on deck tech. Haven't figured it out yet. Maybe Red Banner is gonna sway the jury, and maybe we'll make something around that. But thanks for everybody for hanging out, and we will see you on the stream next week. We will talk to you via podcast later this week, and yeah, all that good stuff. And hopefully we will see you guys on the battlefield sometime. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good night.